The killer was dressed all in black.
Jennifer Jenkins became an expert on gun violence the hard way. She lived it.
The killer came across this bridge on Saturday night about 10:30.
When her pregnant sister Nancy came home with her husband, a boy in black was waiting on the sofa with a .357 Magnum. He walked them to the basement.
He shot Richard point blank in the back of the head. Then he turned to Nancy, who was cowering on the floor, begging for the life of her child. And he shot her in the belly, right, aimed for the baby. In her blood, she drew a heart and a U, and lived maybe 10 minutes, and then she died.
The killer was 16. He said he wanted to know what it felt like to shoot someone. What was shocking about the killings is that they happened here in a wealthy suburb miles away from the daily killings of downtown Chicago. The kind of place where it wasn't supposed to happen, until it did. That was 1990. For 23 years, Jennifer Jenkins has fought a losing battle to limit the arsenal of weapons on American streets. Now, after the massacre of 20 schoolchildren in another upscale suburb, Newtown, Connecticut, she and other gun control advocates have new hope.
Every day I come in the office, I've got another 15, 25, 30 people that want to get involved.
Now, New York and other states have banned assault weapons. On Saturday in Washington, thousands rallied for gun control.
No more moaning. It's time to do something about it.
In a hearing on the Newtown killings, 1,300 people asked to speak.
I never thought I'd be laying my boy to rest either. More so with a bullet in his head.
And on Capitol Hill, long friendly ground for the powerful gun lobby, President Obama is pressing Congress to pass sweeping new gun controls.
Not only the high-profile mass shootings that are of concern here, it's also what happens on a day-in, day-out basis in places like Chicago or Philadelphia, where young people are victims of gun violence every single day.
There is another sign of sorts. Gun aficionados expecting new restrictions are buying weapons in record numbers. There are still powerful doubters.
I don't believe in being in the business to create a law just because it feels good and it's not going to solve anything.
Here in a nation with one gun for every person, Jennifer Jenkins believes something historic is happening.
You know, we always knew that it would take something so horrific that it shocked the entire nation in a almost traumatizing way. That has so shocked us that I do sense finally that the tide.
Whether it's changed enough to sway a Congress that allowed a previous assault weapons ban to expire will be decided when the gunfight moves from the street to the U.S. Capitol. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Winnetka, Illinois.